Hello everyone, it's First Impressions review time, and today we're going to be looking at Solarix, a first-person shooter stealth/horror indie game available on Steam. This game's got beautiful aesthetics and a very challenging system. We've got some puzzles in there, and if you choose hard mode, it will be punishing. A single mistake and you're done. Let's get into the game. As soon as you start up Solarix, you already get that creepy atmosphere in the background. It gets you set for what's to come. One of the other key features behind this game that makes it so good for an indie game is the vocals. The people that speak to you, clear, concise and very professional. So that's a big thumbs up from me. It's very rare to see that sort of work, so very well done developers there. One point before we get into the rest of the review is when this first originally came out, there were a lot of complaints from people that played the game in terms of the crouching speed and all sorts of other issues, hitboxes, etc. The developers did listen, and they have provided a full-on patch which has fixed the majority of the complaints. So that is another thumbs up to the developers for listening to the people and fixing it. In my opinion, they probably should have released it as an early access, so complaints could have come back and forth before releasing it fully onto Steam. However, they are still fixing the game, which is brilliant. And as you can see, the game aesthetically looks very creepy, very murky, and you've just got that overall feeling of scared. You know, you're kind of scared. You don't know what's going on. There's another area that looks really murky as well. The music and the actual backgrounds and stuff like that, they really do put you on edge, especially when you've got your headphones on, you're sat in your house and you're just going for it. It does catch you off guard sometimes, albeit when you first start out there's not many enemies to avoid. So this is just me going through. I think I've had to avoid maybe 3 or 4 enemies at this time. We will get into some gameplay further on in the video which will show you how the enemies are and what you have to do to try and avoid or kill them. And I can tell you one thing, guys, you have to be careful. You make a mistake, you're gone. I don't know if that's just because I've set it on hard, but I did want a challenge. The final bit that we're going to look at is another brilliant, aesthetically pleasing environment. We're in a forest here, and as you can see right in the background there, we've got what looks like to be a massive spaceship. So this is just going again. The gameplay is very linear. There is only one specific path that you can follow, but I thought I'd show you the open areas to make it feel like you are in control of your movements and you can go exploring. Now, we're on to the enemies. These enemies come at you and just absolutely annihilate you if you are visible. If you look at the left, just above our logo, there's a square box. When that goes white, that means that you are visible. When it's dark like this, they cannot see you. What I am carrying here is an electro gun. You need to make sure you hit them in the head. If you hit them in the head, down in one shot, no problem. Items on the floor you can pick up and you can throw them. This is my horrible attempt at trying to distract this enemy. Instead, I throw it towards him, so he comes back on me. So I have to reassess the situation. I'm going to wait for the enemy to walk past, wait for an opportunity, and I'm going to take this enemy out as well. Or you could just walk past them. They only have a very small radius, these enemies. I'm not too sure when we get into the majority of the game if the enemies get more complex, more tricky. But even these enemies can be a bit of a problem. You have to make sure you hit them in the head first time, because if you don't, this will happen. And this happened to me several times, and you just can't do anything. You're dead. Literally, you can't even switch weapons. So, brilliant challenge. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the First Impressions. I can't wait to complete this game. I'll see you on the next one.